Hello, this is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you to this first stream in, well, since Sunday, but the first Hearts of Iron stream for about 2 weeks. So, hello everyone, it's good to be back, and we're going to be cracking on with a new game. So, we are going to be playing single player, we're going to be going to the new game, and we are going to select country, and then Spain. So, my intention here is to essentially play as Spain without the benefit of hindsight. I have no idea that there is a civil war just over the horizon. It's a normal everyday day for the Spanish. It's good to be the king and all that stuff. But obviously there is going to be a civil war. And Spain will be split into three factions. We have the Kingdom of Spain, which is like the legitimate authority. We have the CNT-FAI, which are the communists. And then we have the Carlist Spain, which is technically the pretender, but also kind of not, because it's a Bourbon coming back. So it is a legitimate Spanish king. It's just from a different dynasty. So what I want you guys to do is basically run a campaign in the comments section right now and promote which faction you like. Then when the Civil War actually kicks off, I will run a straw poll and you guys will decide who we're going to be playing as. So get your campaigns going, get your promotions going, say why you think I should play as the different factions, persuade people, and then we'll see how the straw poll goes. So we're going to be playing as Spain. We are currently authoritarian democrat, much the same as Germany is. We have a fractured society, which is massively reduced political power. We will be playing on veterans, that's going to be a problem. Recruitable population factor is reduced, and a massive deficit to national unity. We also have Memories of the Republic, which is a further 0.5 political power gain. So we actually have a -1 political power, which is completely cancelling out the base level. We also have division recovery rate and an even further reduction to national unity. So this is going to be interesting. This is definitely going to be interesting. You're a few seconds late, HP Neon, but you got tea. All is forgiven if you have tea. I also have tea. But first I need to pour myself some. Alright, so I am going to do what I saw the AI doing, which is actually a pretty good idea. We're just going to have you guys in one army, and I'm just going to garrison the whole of Spain. I'm not going to influence anything, I'm not going to fortify any particular areas, nothing like that. We're just going to do this and that. You guys can do all of this. We will have you guys training, and then you lot... Actually, let's see where the hell you are. Where are you? Oh, you're the North Africa Corps. Alright. In fact, you can protect North Africa. You guys then don't need to. And then we have you, who are in the Canaries. Fair enough, you can protect the Canaries. And then the Sahara Legion can protect this area. And I guess... I'm going to guess that you are the last unit. Oh no, you are the Canary unit. That was everyone. Right, so you're training, you're training, you're training, you're training. Because that's what I would do pretty standardly. The next thing is infrastructure. Everything is on 6 right now with the exception of Catalonia. So I'm actually going to beef up the infrastructure in Catalonia because that is what I would do. I'll try and get this up to a 10. Start putting civilian factories from there and then spread out further south. Military factories, we are, I'm pretty sure, going to be overcoming something of a deficit, so we will try and beat that. It's not showing right now, but I'm pretty sure there is a deficit. Free dockyards are going to be convoys on all 3 of you, because I want something fairly cheap. And then national focus. There is only one focus that we can actually get right now, and that is strengthen the kingdom. So let's go ahead and do that, and then research is going to be the pretty standard opener. Cool. Hello to you all. Hello, hello, hello. Right, let's speed time up and get on with things. Thank you, Kaiserreich team. Great job. I want to know everything. Why don't I avoid the Civil War? Because that's kind of boring. The whole point of this playthrough is the Civil War. I kind of want to see how it works and let it go from there. The Kingdom of Spain. The Kingdom of Spain, once the greatest of the colonial empires, she saw all of her remaining overseas colonies lost after a swift war against the USA in 1898. After this, separatist movement in both Basque Country and Catalonia arose, and both the Church and Radical Workers' Movement, the CNT, are interfering in her internal politics. Spain's populace has become deeply divided. After taking his place on the throne in 1902, King Alfonso XIII seemed keen on regaining Spain's former status as a colonial power by intervening in Morocco. The intervention lasted for a whole decade, and the outcome, while a victory, was not exactly in the favour for Spain. Her Moroccan possessions remain a source of permanent unrest. Spain turned in on herself afterwards, remaining neutral during the Weltkrieg, all the while the populace's faith in the King Alfonso faded. As a result of the general elections of 1931, the Second Spanish Republic was proclaimed, and Alfonso, accepting the will of his people, went into exile. However, the Republic lasted only a short while. The kingdom was restored by a coup d'etat led by General Sanjuro just a year later. Still, the memories of the short-lived failure that was the Spanish Republic fueled the regime's opponents left and right. To date, there remain deep divisions within Spanish society. On the one hand, the resurgent Carlist movement, headed by Alfonso Carlos, aims to establish the true dynasty and recreate the integralist Christian monarchy, and on the other, the anarcho-syndicalist CNT-FAI seeks the abolition of the Spanish state altogether, and to replace it with a voluntary federation of communes and economic collectives. If the political split is not mended, Spain might even see a civil war. Let us prevail, and lose 300 political power. Fun times! Fun times. Kerensky's already been assassinated. It's not been determined which nation I will be playing as yet. You guys are currently campaigning in chat, telling each other and persuading each other who you think I should play as, and then when the Civil War actually breaks out, we will do a straw poll, and that will be decided by the will of the people. So, get persuading. Should be interesting. It should definitely be interesting. Alright, what is the weapons deficit? Yeah, 3,000. Somehow, I was testing this because I wanted to make sure that each of the three factions actually had a focus tree. The AI got to minus 1,000 light tanks in a year. I have no idea how they achieved that, but I was quite impressed in a sad kind of, how the hell did you do this AI kind of way. Electoral gridlock in France. Okay. Downfall and stability. This is only a temporary situation, of course. Black Monday hit Spain. The Spanish economy has been tied to Germany since the end of the Weltkrieg. Since France and England's defeat, a good portion of our economy has been centred around exporting materials and goods to the German markets. As such, we can expect a flood of layoffs and closings. Our political foes will undoubtedly use this to their advantage. We're down to minus 400 political power, and it's February 36. Fantastic. Pius XI had died. With the backing of the Pope, the mighty Spanish Empire will rise again. It's actually quite true. The Carlist Spain, you can essentially form a new Bourbon Empire, which is kind of interesting. You can get the French on your side. Sorry, the French pointing at Italy. You can get the French Republic and tear them out of the Entente, possibly. The Italian Federation, and then eventually you can declare war on the Commune of France to try and reclaim France for the Bourbon Empire. Which is kind of an interesting way of doing things. Italian monarchy is restored. Ooh, interesting. The upcoming papal conclave to replace Pope Pius XI was interrupted by a claim placed on the Italian throne by the Austrian government on behalf of Joseph von Österreich Toscana, Grand Duke of Tuscany and the Archduke of Austria. The College of Cardinals in Rome deliberated but eventually caved, placing Joseph on the throne as King Giuseppe I and restoring a monarchy that ended in 1920 following Italy's defeat in the Weltkrieg. King Giuseppe's reign places the Kingdom of Italy directly in the Austrian Empire sphere as an autonomous puppet, a true coup for Austrian ambitions. I don't think I've ever seen that happen. Interesting. I wonder if that changes any of these. That's the papal conclave. So I guess you miss on all the papal conclave stuff. Huh. Interesting. Okay, we have got strengthened the kingdom, which gives us a bit of political power. Then we can focus on the diplomacy, which is essentially the way that you avoid the civil war. You can focus on the economy, which is knowing my tactics, what I'll do, or you can focus on the military, which is probably the one that you want to do if you know there's a civil war coming. But no, we're going to focus on the economy. Gains national spirit, economy focus, which grants consumer goods and factories minus 5%, factory output plus 10%. The main issue facing Spain is one of massive unemployment and economic hardship. Until we address these issues, the people will continue to be restless and listen to whatever hot-headed revolutionary that comes along next. The issues don't truly matter, do they? Mordred, can you please show the Middle African focus tree? I can. So we have the African resources, which is stuff and things. Industry, military industry, infrastructure, research, military question, whether you want to go... No, you can get everything here. Keep the militias, establish an elite force or a single army. Oh, I see, so you can get rid of the native militias. Or make them even stronger. Regular army or very elite army, interesting. Financial statement, you can go very pro-Germany. In fact, these are all very pro-Germany. They don't seem to be exclusive. The expansion of Middle Africa, they're going after Portugal, which is interesting. And then flying troops, and then the navy. There you go. Alfonso Carlos de Bourbon dies. Wait, is he the Carlist guy? Alfonso Carlos, Duke of Saint-James and the Carlist claimant to the throne of Spain, died today in Vienna at the age of 86. He died a natural death, so his passing should have put an end to the problem of Carlist succession, as the current king, Alfonso XIII, is now the head of the Capetian dynasty. Alas, the head of the Carlist community in Spain, Duke Javier de Bourbon Parma, was designated instead of the Duke as his rightful heir. The Carlists must be plotting something. Oh, interesting. Sinner Saint 21, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Alright, armies must be almost trained. Let's just split you guys out. We can add you again afterwards so that we're not wasting resources. Have you stop? You're done. You're not. You're not. You're not. Right. Javier's speech. Javier de Bourbon, the leader of the Carlist movement and pretender to the Spanish throne, yesterday he gave a speech arguing that the Kingdom of Spain needs to work closer together with our neighbours during this time of economic crisis. He proposes to form an economic bloc with other Mediterranean nations to support each other through these hard times. While his efforts are admirable, he is still a threat. Keep him under surveillance. Downfall and stability. We are now on very low stability. First International Congress. Après-moi le déluge. Send me a message on Discord, because that will just get lost otherwise. The Italian Federation agrees to join Javier's bloc. The Italian Federation has agreed to Javier's proposed Mediterranean economic bloc. While this will help the recovery of our economy, it helps the areas that Javier holds sway over the most. Economic cooperation with the Italian Federation. And Italy likes us more. Portugal agrees. Portugal has agreed to the proposed Mediterranean economic bloc, which gives us factory output and production efficiency just like Italy, and also Portugal likes us more. So the Carlists are definitely doing the diplomatic thing. It looks like they're doing a pretty good thing here for Italy, guys, if you're not paying attention. For Italy. For Spain! Obviously. Traitors. The CNT-FAI. The anarcho-syndicalist union of the CNT-FAI are one of the greatest threats to His Majesty's government. Yesterday, Joaquin Morin Jula, the leader of the movement, made a speech entitled My Heroes, in which he stated that the CNT will attempt to organise all laid-off workers in an effort to save the country's economy. So we can ban the organisation of workers. CNT will be banned from the Kingdom of Spain. We lose a bunch of political power. Change in popularity for the social liberals is down. We can arrest members of the movement, which reduces the power of all socialists. We can forcibly disband the movement, which decreases them even further, but that is a massive reduction in political power, or just allow them to do it, which is a reduction in political power, but the social conservatives, socialists and syndicalists are in favour of that. And I'm going to make this a very democratic game, I think. I'm going to turn this into a straw poll. And oops. What are the options? We can ban the organisation. Ban them. No, not can them. Ban them. Apparently can't write. Or we can arrest them. Or we can forcibly disband. Forcibly disband. Or we can allow them. And I will give you a minute or two to respond to this. Create the poll. And let's stick that into chat. And let's see what you guys say. So it is currently 16 minutes past 10. At 18 minutes past, I will check the results and we will make a decision. Can I tell you the options again? We can ban the Organisation of Workers, which is a reduction to political power, and the Social Liberals, but only the Social Liberals are political popularity is reduced. We can arrest the leaders of the movement, which is a bigger political power reduction, but all of the socialists take a hit. We can forcibly disband the movement, which is very expensive in terms of political power. The social conservatives and the social liberals both take a fairly big hit, and the radical socialists and the syndicalists take a lesser one. Or we can allow them, which actually increases the social conservatives, radical socialists and syndicalist popularity. So the votes are coming in. Keep them coming, keep them coming. Still got another minute or two. Minute and a half, maybe. I really should have actually timed this. The events that reduce your political power are almost always the best in Kaiserreich. I would agree, generally. But this is your call. Franco in your heart, you know he's right. Is this actually Franco? No, this is not Franco. CNT-FAI, more like the CNT-FAIL. I like that. Very good. Very good. Alright. Closing in on the end of time. Get your votes in. Once again, straw poll is here because I just noticed a whole bunch of you are watching. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Oh, I can actually bring up the second counter. 10 seconds. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And it kind of sucks for you guys because I am like half a minute ahead of you, but this is where it's going to end. So, the results are 36% in favour of forcibly disbanding, 36% in favour of allowing. This is a tiebreaker, so forcibly disband or allow. Get your votes in. This is going to continue for another minute, so until 22:19. We need a tiebreaker, guys. Get your votes in. Forcibly disband or allow them. Go, 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 go. Or we can ban them at 14% or arrest them at 14%. This is very interesting. Absolutely neck and neck between forcibly disbanded and allowing. Don't make me make this call, please. Hey, Omen. Yeah, if you haven't voted yet, get your votes in, people. Only 14 of you have voted, and there's like 20 odd in the channel right now. So come on, you can do this. Alright, I guess I'll make the call myself. I'm going to flip a coin. Heads, we'll allow it. Tails, we won't. Unless someone comes in before I do this. Do one quick refresh. Nope. Right. Heads we allow, tails we don't. It's a tails. We're going to disband them. So, forcibly disband the movement. Boom. Done. Alright, how are you guys doing? You are all ready to rejoin the garrisons. Still training, still training. Javier's ambitions to the throne. Following the recent diplomatic successes abroad, Carlist leader Javier has given another speech. He uses his successes to claim himself more suited to run the country than King Alfonso. So, what do we do about the Carlists? Do we ban his organisation, which is a big reduction in political power? Do we arrest him and his followers, which is a reduction also in political power? Do we praise his efforts for a much smaller reduction, or do we ignore him for a slightly less? So once again, another straw poll. Blimey. We're going all out on the straw polls here. We're going to do... Where's new? Create poll. Javier. We're going to say ban him. Arrest him. We're going to go praise him. Or we're going to ignore him. And there is that one. So, if we ban him, the Carlists will be banned from the Kingdom of Spain for a reduction of 200 political power. We can arrest him, which is also 200 political power, and that's an attempt made to arrest, so there is a chance of failing in that one, I think. We can praise him and encourage him for 20, or we can ignore him for minus 40. And this will end 22-23, so you have just under 2 minutes. Oh, this one's coming rather more in favour of One Direction. Oh yeah, the lead is building. Oh, I think this is a pretty clear result here right now. Yeah, the lead is just growing. Yeah, I think I'm going to call this one right now because praise him is winning by 50%. Next one up is ignore him at 21, so we are going to praise his efforts. Continue, Javier, continue, please. You're doing a good job uniting Spain with the rest of the Mediterranean. Oswald Mosley elected as chairman of the TUC. That means a very interventionist UK. Disbanding the CNT-FAI. Our police and military have moved to disband and arrest as many CNT-FAI members as possible. However, we have found almost none. They appear to have fled or gone into hiding. This shows how weak they are. I love Javier because of the Spanish Inquisition focus. And we have electronic mechanical engineering. Let's go on to mechanical computing. You are ready to join them. Downfall instability. We are now in disaster with 10% national unity. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I'm not protecting Gibraltar. Not directly. I think it is set to be garrisoned. Oh no, it isn't. Well spotted. It was meant to be. That was legitimate error. Weak CNT-FAI. Run like cowardly children. They chose Nicky Glace, they kind of die. Yeah, he's not the best option, is he? Breakdown of our society. The bickering of both leftist and traditionalist fanatics have been driving the Spanish people into a frenzy, and the sustained economic crisis following Black Monday has poured gasoline onto its embers. Several political groups have called for an open protest against our reign. Minus 200 more. We're at minus 700. That's crazy. Mr. Angelman, thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate that. I just realised I didn't get a notification for Terpaholic. Thank you very much for the follow as well. Appreciate it. Don't know why that didn't come up, but I got an email message for it. So I have a feeling that this is going to kick off any minute now. We've still got a bit of a weapons deficit. Tanks are doing just fine. Is the training done? No, not yet. Half of them is, but I can't really be bothered to split them. Not 100% efficient, but it's fine. Remilitarization of Alitania, and we have focus on the economy. New construction. Revitalising the economy will require building factories, roads, railways, arms, and putting people to work on the construction will keep their minds off of other concerns. You gain some infrastructure in Madrid, and also a research bonus on industry. Cool. Karl Marx, we need Karl. Different Karl, I think. Different Karl. Afghanistan, India made peace. I'm going to assume that went in India's favour. It did. Carlists superior. Syndicalists are superior. This is fantastic. I'm loving the interaction here. The Polish military seizes control. Poland could not choose for itself. It appears the military chose for her. And we have a research slot, which will be... Oh gosh, this is actually a hard choice. Concentrated. I can't see us actually being attacked very much. We're kind of isolated. fairly easy to hold, thanks to the Pyrenees. I think we'll be fine doing this.